Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of Let's Build Blackmoor Manor. If you haven't already watched the first episode of this, then I highly suggest you get your butt over to TBH Gaming's channel. She has all sorts of really awesome videos, and I discovered one of her videos of Nancy Drew, another Nancy Drew build she did, and that was of Thornton Hall, and I'm so excited to be doing this collaboration with TBH Gaming. So, that being said, this is so much fun. I have such fond memories of Blackmoor Manor, and this little build thing has also given me the chance to look into that again, to replay that game. It was the first Nancy Drew game I've ever played, and it's also probably my favorite just for that nostalgia factor. There are all sorts of puzzles, just this creepy chanting, a lady in black, a mysterious curse, werewolves. Oh gosh, if you haven't played it, go check it out. Go take a look for it, watch a playthrough of it on YouTube somewhere. I highly recommend it. That could be nostalgia, but I enjoyed it. So yes, I spent most of this morning just taking pictures of the different scenes in this game. So that took about 3 hours, and getting those uploaded and describing the images, and all of that just took forever. So, yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth it to have something you can refer back to when you're making things, and so you can have like these pictures in one window and these other ones in another. I just wish they had uploaded in a way that made sense. I can rearrange the gallery though, which I might end up having to do, just to keep things simple. Anyway, right now I'm building the conservatory, or as we would normally say, the greenhouse. Conservatory is for where you study music or something, I don't know. Anyway, right here I'm building the frog fountain. I couldn't get an actual fountain to work in this section, so I had to do a pool, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. So a lot of my work here has been building some placeholders and just trying to make sure that the decorations are almost where they should be, and a massive portion of this was spent just working on the tiles in the main hall. That took way longer than I care to admit. Okay, it took like 2 or 3 hours. No, it took 2 hours. Still, way longer than I think it should. Because I was so particular. The thing is, I was trying to make the same design that's on the floor there, but it's really hard because I think they use a different type of triangle, and you know, you've got quarter tiles here, so they're right triangles. Not that there's anything wrong with a right triangle, but are they right triangles? They might not be. Pretty close to something. 2 of them together make a right triangle. So, equilateral? I don't know. I don't know what type of triangles they use either, but it's like, I don't know, you know what it also could be is there's only a certain way that the tiles will sort of tessellate themselves in this game. You can't really rotate them. They just kind of fit into one of the squares that are predefined for them. So I think that was also a big part of it. It might not have been the size of the triangles. And here I am trying to recreate a Gothic style arches. I'm trying to create a vaulted ceiling look. I don't know if that was particularly successful, but I tried. That's all you can say, I tried. So, TBH Gaming did a lot of this, a lot of the layout, and I'm extremely grateful for her, to her, because what she's got work going on, it turned out way better than my plan, and my plan kind of sucked. But yeah, she looked at the actual game for reference, as opposed to me, where I kind of went off memory and pictures on the internet. But I've got my game downloaded on this computer now, so it should work. I had a physical copy somewhere, but couldn't find it. Anyway, no big deal. So, yeah, this is one of the things that really bugs me about The Sims 4. You can't put just one railing on a staircase. You have to put all of them on. Why can't you put one at a time? Why can't this game recognize all those stairs as one entity? I don't know. So that's frustrating. So I can't have that nice little balustrade that you see in the game overlooking the Great Hall. No, I tried to do this because I thought maybe that'll work. No, it didn't work. Did not work. You could do that in The Sims 3. Why not in The Sims 4? I hate when they remove functionalities like that in games. Because, yeah, there's a lot of things like that they got rid of in The Sims 4, but I enjoy this game. I really do. One of my favorite things is the ability to have multiple lifetime wishes. I wish it weren't so easy to switch between them. I wish they made you complete one lifetime goal before moving on to another one. I miss creative style. I miss some of the terrain edits that you had in that game. I miss just some of the variety too. But yeah, what they do have here is fun. I do like the creative Sims. It's not as flexible as it was in previous games, which makes me sad. It might have, like, improvements in, what is it called, where you can just move things around. I think that's pretty cool. Just won't replace the creative style of swatch, where you can just copy and paste the same color. Oh. You could get things to match just right. Just right. And you can't do that. And so your dreams are crushed. Not crushed. Just trampled on a little bit. And so the outfits that you did have, well, you actually have more outfits than that because you have all these swatches. It made loading times a pain in the butt. But I miss those swatches, man. I really miss them. Not the loading times, but the swatches. Anyway, gosh, this video is kind of unusual for me because I am upstairs instead of downstairs in the kitchen doing this audio recording. So the sound quality might be a bit different. I don't even know. There's more pillows and stuff in here because I'm in my bedroom. Well, the reason I'm up here is because I was attacked by a wasp. No, it didn't sting me or anything like that, but 2 of them invaded my home today. 2 of them. I mean, and there's this, and I discovered that there's this big, huge wasp nest being built right above the kitchen. Right on the kitchen roof. That is scary. I was waiting for this time lapse to render, and all of a sudden, I see this little black and yellow creature come up from this box next to me. That was not a pretty sight, and I was really scared. I think I now have post-traumatic bee disorder. Post-traumatic insect disorder. Anyway, that's always scary when something like that just pops up out of nowhere. I don't really like flying insects that much anyway. I'm not a big fan of most insects, to be perfectly honest. Most insects are on a scale to me from tolerable to completely scary, like mind-bogglingly dangerous. And I know it doesn't compute sometimes that these are dangerous, and I don't know why I'm scared of some more than others. But that's just the way it is. Like, I'm more scared of flies than I am of spiders. I don't know why. Spiders, as long as they stay over there, and if they're tiny, I don't care as much. Just stay over there. They tend to keep to themselves. And I am okay. They don't want any trouble. So I'm cool with those spiders. Flies, though, they will buzz around, and they will get in your face, and they want to snack on your food. And if they get on your food, what if you catch a disease? And they're like disease incarnate. So I do not like flies. I'm kind of scared of butterflies. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but hear me out. They are also a flying insect, and you do not know where they will land. And if you step on one, well then you've just hurt a butterfly. How can you hurt a butterfly? It's a gorgeous little thing. Look what you did. And I'm afraid of hurting it, so I want it to stay away. Lastly, there's bees and bee-related and bee-like insects, which I had 2 encounters with today. Those are terrifying. They have stingers. Some of them sting more than once. I don't like them. You need to get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. This is not a bee zone. This is not a bee safe place. Oh no. I've got my insect spray and I am not afraid of using it. Back off. But yeah, the first bee I found, well, that one wasn't so bad. It was kind of hanging on to the curtain for dear life. It was just, you have these vertical blinds, and it was just clutching on there. And I saw something kind of twitching, so I didn't know what it was at first. And I looked as though, like, is that a bee? I hope that's outside. I looked closer, nope, it was inside. So I got a little meeting with Mr. Can. Mr. Can of insect spray. That was one thing. It was taken care of. It was dead. I was more relaxed. This afternoon, I go into the kitchen to do some recording. And there is another one, like I said, just flew up out of this box. There were bees outside, building a nest. It's only a matter of time before they came inside. Those bees. They're going to kill us. They're going to kill us all! Help! So, no. Anyway, this video is kind of long. It's not as long as the one a couple days ago, but it's still a solid half an hour. So you get half an hour of me occasionally screaming about bees or something else. And a lot of random talk about nonsense. Maybe I can help you guys go to sleep. I don't know. Oops, sorry for the noise. I just need to wet my whistle. Yeah, talking kind of dries out your mouth, among other things. Oh, professionalism. So, anyway, yeah, and this should be about halfway through. The next part, you'll see it's jumped ahead a bit. That's because TBH Gaming played it a little bit, and she did a bunch of renovations to things. Oh, not at this part, no. Never mind. More stuff. Oh, news on my challenge from earlier. Yeah, that's going pretty well. There's a lot of stuff that I still need to do. I still need to finish the Waits Mansion. I still need to get that done. And there's about 4 other families I need to add to Newcrest. And about 9 other buildings that need to be built before I can finally get into the meat of the thing. Another thing that annoys me about this game, I mean, it was a problem in Sims 3, but sometimes things are less noticeable and a little bit more manageable. It's the random townie generation in this game. It's just, Lord help me. It is bad. I mean, wearing ridiculous outfits is one thing. It's another thing when you're trying to create a specific community with specific characters to create this feel, and you want a homogeneous community, and then you have some really weird looking sim come in, and it just ruins things. Or an alien walking down the street. It's like, why, game? Why? Newcrest is supposed to be weird, but not that weird. You look like you just came here straight from Crazy Town. Besides, I'm trying to make my own personal version of Innsmouth, and then you have people from all over the world showing up in The Sims 4. Like, no! This is not how it's supposed to go! I know this game tries to be diverse, but Lovecraft is undiverse. It's like as white bread as you can get. You're messing with my immersion. You are messing with my immersion game. Stop. Seriously, stop. Today is like a really ranty day today. Just a ranty day. I'm really excited to get back into working on that. It's just I've had to kind of delay this one. Yeah, and there we are. Jumped ahead. I start this one off by just adding some lights at the side here and there. And doing a few things to the exterior, like adding some trims and stuff like that. It's been so ranty. I'm sorry for all the tangents and all the salts today. Just about this game ruining my perfect world that I had created from scratch. I want to feel like a god. You're ruining that fantasy for me with your randomness, Sims. Ugh. I wish you could turn random townie generation completely off. No random Sims, just turn it off. More than anything, more than staircases, more than create a style, more than anything else, I want that. That is what I want. Just no more random townies. None. I don't care if my whole game is a complete desert. I would rather have a desert than something I can't control. Otherwise, what's the point of the game? I'm supposed to be playing with dolls, gosh darn it. I was like, oh gosh, what is this thing over here? What happened to my pretty marble tiles? But no, TBH Gaming I guess she decided to add some of those. And stuff like that. So I switched them back to the white ones because I don't know, maybe those other ones are more accurate, but they don't look good. I'd rather have the not so accurate, attractive stuff versus the very active, unattractive stuff. So the feel of it overall is way more important to me than anything else. It might not seem like it, but I try, you know? Sometimes the essence is more important than accuracy. And I really hope my sister is going out through the garage today. It's 4 o'clock and she's being picked up by Dad. Like, if you go out through the garage, there's a way to lock the door. If you don't, unless you have a house key, you can't really unlock the door, so kind of difficult. And I'm kind of stuck up here, at least for a little while, and I don't want any strangers coming in or anything like that. I'm stuck up here until the video's done, so yeah. Here I am just placing down the same picture a million times. Might be like, why is she doing that? That makes no sense. No, it does make sense. I'm doing placeholders, so I have a clear idea of where I want things when I'm finally finished with this game, or with this thing. That's my sister again, and I'm recording and stuff. Yeah.
Hi, Sita's outside.
I'm recording.
Okay, bye.
Have a good time. Yeah, that was my sister. I can't. I'm recording. I'm in the middle of something. Dad brought his dog along, and she's a sweet dog, but no dog will ever replace my little Sundance. My cute little fur ball. So I'm putting these swords above the entrance because I think they're cool. Yeah, and so I made some finer adjustments to the little room in here, and I ended up moving this one wall a bit further back just because there wasn't enough room for a statue and a desk. So, yeah, it had to be moved back a little. Sometimes you've just gotta move things around a bit. And today I was thinking about maybe just having a higher level, like a little balcony down here too. So when you look up, there would be another level up there. Not one you can get to really, but one per show. How did that computer? That's an important computer. Hoping TBH doesn't change that. I'm hoping, because it's gotta look like a laptop. That's the closest I could get to a laptop. Even though it's a desktop, it's in a briefcase. I'm hoping, but you never know. And if worst comes to worst, I can change it back. Oh, my dog's barking. Nothing ever happens right. Nothing ever works. Nothing ever works right. Everything always goes wrong. Yeah, so I tried to pick out a Mercury-looking statue, and the closest one is obviously the Thinker guy. But I can't use him, because he's from a pack that TPH does not have. So I can't do that. They had a bunch of figures in The Sims 3. Another thing I miss, especially with the World Adventures expansion. So, like for France, they had a bunch of statues, and I could have found someone who looks like Mercury there. Or at the very least, Freddie Mercury. Oh, my poor dog. His howls break my heart. I'm just so sad. It's like I'm all alone down here. Don't you know I'm alone? Nobody loves me. Don't you know? Oh, poor baby. Sundance, he runs the house. Some people don't like that, but I am absolutely okay with the dog running the house. I just love my dogs. Aww. Oh, baby. After this, I'll have to just say hi to him. I am okay with my dog having a say in things. I just love my dogs so much. I think they're amazing. Everybody else probably hates my dog. But I can't be mean to them. I just can't. They're just so sweet and innocent. Oh, there's another story about that. I remember one of the other dogs that my dad had. His name was Hunter, and we took him for a walk one day. And so we were trying to do the Caesar method. Y'all are free to form your own opinion on the Caesar method, but I don't particularly like it, just because it forces you to have to be super controlling of everything your dog does, and, well, You know, you can't have them sniff, you can't have them do dog things, you know? It just... They have to only look forward, only look ahead, only look at you, or... So it's very, very controlling. So I was trying to do that with Hunter, just saying, no, you can't sniff that bush, we're going for a walk. Enjoy the walk. And, yeah, he ended up peeing on my foot. You know, from that day forward, I just said, you know, not worth it. I'm not doing that. Let the dog be a dog. I told you this was a ranty day today. Let your dog be a dog. So they don't... Because, you know, most of the time, dogs aren't mean. They're not trying to be hateful or anything like that. My dog just had to go. And I didn't see that. So, yeah, I know a lot of people will probably disagree with me about that. But that's okay. It's just some things aren't for me. Because if I have, when I have a dog, I want that dog to just be itself. You know? Just be you, dog. I don't want to make it into something else. If that means they annoy me, that is okay. It's okay if they become annoying. Okay, it's about time to wrap things up. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please don't forget to leave a like or a comment down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! You have to have a little tea set in here, of course.